Recently conducted as part of a collaborative project funded by a small grant from the EPS, and I very much appreciate their support for making it happen. Obviously, it's always a challenge to communicate the results of any experiment comprehensively in 3 minutes, but I'll be giving a broad overview here in the hopes that it will encourage you to come and find me during the poster session, or indeed follow up with me via email if you're accessing this recording after the July 2024 EPS meeting. The work was prompted by recent converging evidence that indicates that the presence of a facial mask improves first impressions, that is, attractiveness and trustworthiness. This less is more phenomenon in perception may reflect the operation of a perceptual mechanism that operates to fill in the gaps associated with occlusion by utilising some kind of average or typical representation. We reasoned that if the boosted trait impressions are the product of positive and flawed predictions about the missing information, then it follows that unmasking should reveal a mismatch with reality that's surprising and potentially disappointing. We recruited 100 undergraduate students to explore this further. We showed each participant 60 faces that were pre-rated to be high, medium or low in trustworthiness or attractiveness. Each participant completed 4 sequence conditions in which they viewed and rated faces considering one trait, either attractiveness or trustworthiness. The sequence conditions they saw involved seeing the same identity presented twice in a row, either masked masked, masked unmasked, unmasked masked, or unmasked unmasked. And you can see the images there on the poster, which hopefully makes that clearer than this tongue twister here. Our results indicate that in our test sequences, when there was a change associated with the addition or removal of information via occlusion, impressions consistently benefited from covering up and suffered from revealing information. Also, stimulus repetition, that is masked masked or unmasked unmasked sequences, broadly increased ratings of trust but not attractiveness. These findings add to other evidence of boosted impressions associated with inclusions, which is particularly striking in this context, that we're seeing it even when immediately following the presentation of the whole sort of unoccluded face. This is still consistent with the idea that participants are drawing upon some kind of average or typical representation to resolve the perceptual uncertainty associated with occlusion. Variation in the strength of this effect with attractiveness or trustworthiness of the original images is also consistent with this idea that more distinctive individuals present a stronger violation of expectations.